Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do my updated makeup routine. It's the makeup look that I've been wearing for the past few months now, and I actually wanted to switch up my makeup, but before I switch up my makeup I wanted to film and document what I use, because sometimes I look back at my pictures and I'm like, I wonder what I used, because I actually can't remember myself because I use so many different makeup products. So sometimes I might look at a picture and I look at a lip colour and I'm like, what was that lip colour? So today I'm going to film the makeup that I've been wearing for the past few months. I know a few of you have been asking like, what lip colour is that, what foundation have you been using. I've actually discovered quite a few new products as well, so I'm going to run you through those. So first of all, I'm going to start with my skincare. I'm using the Ole Henriksen Balancing Oil Control Toner just to go over my face. I actually have SPF on already because I did the school run this morning, so I always wear SPF and eyebrows when I go do the school run. Never anything else. Sometimes I put a little bit of lip colour on if I feel like I'm looking a little bit dead, but other than that, SPF and eyebrows is my kind of school run makeup. So next I'm going to put on some hyaluronic acid. This is the Hada Labo one. Got this in Superdrug. It's actually the Japanese brand, but it just looks different. It's like a different packaging in the UK. So I normally just, whilst my toner is still on my face and it's still a bit wet and damp, I go in with some hyaluronic acid. Then I go in with my niacinamide. I'm using the Inky List one. I really like this one. I used the ordinary one before and I thought I'd just switch it up and try something new. So niacinamide on top of that hyaluronic acid. Then I go in with Ole Henriksen Cold Plunge Pore Remedy Moisturiser, which is my current daytime moisturiser. I use something different at night time, which I'm going to do a updated skincare routine, but for the daytime I like to use this one. It's great for oily skin. Go in with SPF. This is the Ren Clean Screen Mineral SPF 30 and it's a mattifying one, which is good because I have oily skin. So just take that, and I always start with my cheeks first and then do different parts of my face. So now I'm going to go in with a eye brightener. This is the Fenty Beauty Bright Fix in No. 1 Rose Quartz, and I only used the tiniest amount. It literally works so well. You don't need a lot. The first time I used this I actually made the mistake of putting on too much, and it was actually quite hard to blend out because it was just too much. So I've started that on my under eyes like so, and then just blend it out, and it really does help brighten the under eye area. You could possibly use it on its own, but I like to use it under makeup because I feel like it does brighten quite a lot. So if you're not wearing any other makeup, it does look a bit obvious that you've got eye brightener on. Then I'm going to go in with foundation. I've been using the Estee Lauder Double Wear, which is quite full coverage and quite heavy for summer. I wouldn't normally use this during summer, but because of the whole mask wearing thing, I just find that this lasts the longest and it doesn't kind of smudge. Every time I wear this and I wear a face mask and I'm out and about for half a day, I find that my makeup always stays put and it doesn't smudge. I don't get smears across the nose where the face mask is, and I don't get patches around my chin. Whereas if I wear so It Cosmetics CC cream is my go-to kind of really quick application. I just put it on my fingers. CC cream, it's light, it's perfect for summer, but this under a face mask, it just smudges like crazy. Every time I wear this and then I know that I have to wear a face mask, I always find patches on my chin where the makeup's gone missing. I get marks along here. So it's definitely this is an amazing product, but paired with a mask, it just I don't really want marks all over my face. So that's why I've been going back to the Estee Lauder Double Wear, because it is transfer proof and it's just a really good coverage foundation. And I've also got a couple of breakouts on my chin just from wearing masks, and then this helps cover everything up. It literally means I have to use less concealer, and I'm actually like about to finish it. It's not coming out. I'm just gonna start bouncing this on my face. I always start in the center of my face now, and I just feel like I use a lot less product because the center of the face is where most of my blemishes are. So I've done my foundation. I'm going to move on to concealer. I really didn't need much foundation at all. I just needed a tiny bit. I only have like this blemish and then a little scar here. Otherwise my skin is quite clear and quite good right now. Touch wood. I feel like every time I say my skin's good, it goes bad the next day. So concealer, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. I've been using this for a while now. I really like this one. It's quite, again, full coverage, but it stays put. I'm just going to put a little bit in the corner, on the ends, down the nose, like so. And then to conceal my blemishes, I'm going to use the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in Custard. This is really good for blemishes. I don't really use it under the eyes because it's a little bit thick, but I'm sure you can make it work if you just like use less. It's just that I have other concealers that I prefer for under eyes. So on a brush, I just take a tiny bit and then conceal blemishes. It's really easy, and just like that, the blemishes have disappeared. This one you can still see because it's a little bump. It's actually a spot that I picked last night. I know I shouldn't like pick my spots, but I just can't help it. When it goes like all white-heady, I just feel like I need to pop it and get rid of it. So yeah, that's concealer for my face. And I just wanted to, like, some of you might have noticed or some of you might not have noticed that I didn't upload a video for like 3 weeks, and in that time I was just really busy. Like, I just feel overwhelmed. I've never felt this overwhelmed in my life ever. Like, I think because before COVID we used to be like, just get on with it, like a busy day was kind of like the norm, but now that COVID has kind of like made us all into homebodies. Well, it has made me into a homebody, and everything just like slowed right down. The fact that everything's like opening up and I'm meeting friends, and then I'm going out to work, and then I'm getting projects coming in, I just feel really overwhelmed. And then it just, I don't know, my mental health wasn't that great. I just questioned everything. I'm like, is this what I really want? Is this what I really want to be doing? I had like family issues, and it just became really overwhelming, and I'm kind of like just trying to balance everything and stay afloat. And sometimes I actually feel like I'm about to drown, but somehow it just works out, and I am still floating, still, you know, keeping my head above water. But it is really overwhelming, and instead of pushing myself to be like, yeah, I need to like do X amount of videos per week, which is, I used to do 2 per week, now I'm just like, you know what, if my mental health isn't all there and I feel like I need to take 2 days off, like I have to, or else I would actually have like a breakdown. I think it's also the fact that I don't have many people around me. Yeah, I have friends, and like they're more like sisters, and I always talk to them, but I don't like actually have anyone around. Like, I don't have family around because they live far away, and people are, oh yeah, I'm just going home, I'm going to go see my mum and dad this weekend, and I'm just like, I actually have no one to go and see. Like, I don't know, it's just a weird, really weird feeling. And I think that when Aiden is with me, I kind of don't have the time to understand or deal with how I'm feeling. But then when he's at school and he's not with me, and I'm like off to work and he's at his dad's at the weekend, it just like hits me like a ton of bricks, and I don't know. I don't know why it is. Some days I'm completely fine, some days I'm just like, oh sorry, I forgot to tell you what I'm doing. I'm doing contouring with the Fenty bronzer in Butter Biscuit. So yeah, it's just really weird times. Even though I know that I'm completely fine, and I don't know, I think because everyone always assumes that I'm like this strong, independent woman, and sometimes being strong and independent, like sometimes you just need a break too. Like, I'm also human. I guess I'm just used to being that, like I said, strong, independent person that everybody thinks that I've got my head screwed on, I know what I'm doing, and when sometimes I actually don't, and I'm so busy like looking after everybody else that sometimes I forget to look after myself. And yeah, so that's just how I've been feeling recently, basically. I've just powdered my face using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I've actually been using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder in number 1 quite a lot, but I still think, I don't know, I feel Laura Mercier is better for oily skin. The Charlotte Tilbury one is really airbrushy, like it literally just like smooths out everything, but it's not as good, it's not as good as controlling oil as the Laura Mercier one. So yeah, I just powdered up. Just gonna fix my brows a little bit, not too much because they're kind of already done, because I did the school run. But I think I'm just gonna make them a little bit more neater and a little bit more thicker. This is an eyebrow. This is an eyebrow pen that I've been using and loving. It's called Lift and Snatch by NYX Cosmetics, and I have brunette and soft brown. Basically they're like little felt tip pens, and then it allows you to draw like fake little hair strokes at the front of your eyebrow or over your whole entire eyebrow if you want to, but I don't really have much hairs like at the front of my eyebrows, so I like to, you know, draw in a few hairs just so my eyebrows look a little bit more natural and not too drawn on. So I think that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna come a little bit closer. I've got a ring light on, so I'm not sure if I should turn that down a little bit. Yeah, that's better. So just with the pen, I'm gonna like draw fake hair strokes. It's just a look. Oh, what's that? I hate when you do your makeup perfect and then you've got like some black dot that just wants to ruin your whole look. Draw fake hair strokes. I don't really mind if my eyebrows are not perfect when I draw them, because a bit of concealer can fix everything. It can take your eyebrows from messy to defined and perfect, and it just makes the whole eyebrow look a lot neater and tidier. So underneath, like so, and can you see how much that has just tidied the eyebrow up? Now make sure it's level. Now I'm going to go in and use a blush. The blush that I've been using non-stop. If you follow me on Instagram, maybe you've already seen me use it. Is the Bare Minerals that peach dough. It's the perfect peachy colour. And I like to go quite generous on this because I've been wearing less eye makeup, and when I wear less eye makeup I need to go quite generous on my cheeks, otherwise I just look a little bit washed out. So applying it to the high points of my cheeks and then just bringing it in slightly here like that. So pretty. How has everyone else been doing? How are you guys doing? How has your mental health been? How has everything like kind of going back to normal affected you? Yeah, how are you guys? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. And if you're feeling the same way as me, like, let me know. The thing is, I feel like a lot of people are feeling the way that I'm feeling, and I'm not alone, because I know that a lot of my friends are feeling similar as well. I'm gonna go in with highlighter. I'm just using my Anastasia Amazing highlighter. It's honestly the prettiest highlighter ever. To highlight my nose, some high points, and then just right here on the top of the cheeks. I don't like bring it all the way in now like I used to. I just concentrate it. Yeah. So next up, like I said, my eyes. I really haven't been doing too much. I wear like basic eyeshadow and then I do a bit of a tight line and then some mascara. Maybe sometimes a little bit of glitter and that's it. So today I'm going to show you the whole kind of like glittery ones that I do. So taking the Naked Wild West palette, I use this colour here. It's called Spur and it's kind of like a matte orangey, like a sherbet orange colour. So I'll pack it on with a flat brush. This is the MAC 239, I think it is. The numbers moved off, but I still remember the numbers of the MAC brushes. In a MAC 217, just to blend and fluff out those edges so it's not harsh. Moonshot palette, I use the glitter and just put it across the centre of my eye, just a tiny like amount. It's not that glittery, so even it's really hard to overdo it because it's not that glittery. And for the bottom part of my eye, I use this eye glitter from Grwm. I'll put the link down below because I don't actually know what it's called. Just put it in the centre and towards the front. It's really pretty. Then I go in with eyelashes. I'm just gonna curl my eyelashes with a Grwm mirror eyelash curler, and then I'll show you the mascara that I've been loving. It's so good, but I've nearly finished it. It's the Innisfree Skinny mascara. So the wand is like so skinny, it's tiny, and it's perfect for getting into the roots of the lashes. And especially if you have short eyelashes like me, then this is just perfect. Once I've done my eyes, this is something that I do sometimes and then something that I don't always do. Brown, like a dark brown eyeliner, and then I just do that in the middle. Can you see how it's just like opened up my eye a little bit more? Because I've only put it in the middle, I haven't put it on all the way. If I put it on all the way, that creates more like a cat eye, and it can sometimes make my eyes look smaller, but because I only put it in the middle, actually opens up my eyes more and brings a bit more attention to the eye, like so. So it's still similar to not having it, but it just makes a little bit something different. And then for my lips, I've been using the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lipstick. This is Gingerbread Girl, by the way. This is my first Too Faced Melted Matte. I've not had any Too Faced Melted Matte before. I've heard so much about them. They were right. It's amazing. It doesn't feel dry on the lips. It lasts a long time. And this colour is just so gorgeous. And only it's like a really dark brick red. And then I use my fingers to blend out the edges. This makes my lips look a little bit more plumper by bringing up through the Cupid's bow and then bringing it down in the middle a little bit. So it's a little bit more plump. And I think that's it. Let me turn the brightness down on this camera so you can see a little bit more in true colour. I feel like I might need a little bit more blush because the lips are quite like strong. Just whatever's left on the blush brush. I don't like dip into the blush pan again. Yeah, so that is basically how I've been doing my makeup. Let me just go do my hair and I'll be back.